Hey everybody, welcome to our reading lesson. This week's book is called, or story is called Officer Buckle and Gloria, written and illustrated by Peggy Rathman. Come down here a bit. Our essential question is, why is it important to follow safety rules? And this week our comprehension focus is on cause and effect. So let's enjoy the story and then we can think about some of the questions as we go. Officer Buckle knew more safety tips than anyone else in Knappville. Every time he thought of a new one, he thumbtacked it to the bulletin board. Safety tip number 77, never stand on a swivel chair. All right, let's think about cause and effect here quickly. Cause is an event. In this case, Officer Buckle is standing on a swivel chair. A swivel chair is a chair that moves around, so it's not real safe, right? And then the effect of that is he is falling down. So the event is he's standing on the chair. The effect is the chair gives way, he falls. All right, moving forward. Officer Buckle shared his safety tips with the students at Knappville School. Nobody ever listened. Sometimes there was snoring. Afterward, it was business as usual. Mrs. Topple, the principal, took down the welcome banner. Never stand on a swivel chair, said Officer Buckle, but Mrs. Topple didn't hear him. Then one day, Knappville's police department bought a police dog named Gloria. When it was time for Officer Buckle to give the safety speech at the school, Gloria went along. "Children, this is Gloria," announced Officer Buckle. "Gloria obeys my commands. Gloria, sit." And Gloria sat. Officer Buckle gave safety tip number 1. Keep your shoelaces tied. The children sat up and stared. Officer Buckle checked to see if Gloria was sitting at attention. She was. Safety tip number 2. Officer Buckle always wipe up spills before someone slips and falls. The children's eyes popped. Officer Buckle checked on Gloria again. "Good dog," he said. Officer Buckle thought of a safety tip he had discovered that morning. Never leave a thumbtack where you might sit on it. The audience roared. Officer Buckle grinned. He said the rest of the tips with plenty of expression. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. Officer Buckle was surprised. He had never noticed how funny safety tips could be. After this safety speech, there wasn't a single accident. All right, let's take a peek at this cause and effect question. What do the children do when Gloria acts out Officer Buckle's safety tips? So go back to the text on this page here and look for the answer to that question. See if you can point to that answer. What did the children do when Gloria acts out Officer Buckle's safety tips? All right, hopefully you are pointing to this part. The children clapped their hands and cheered. Some of them laughed until they cried. So that's the proof that answers that question. Cause and effect. So the cause is that Gloria acts out Officer Buckle's safety tips. The effect is that the children clap their hands and cheer and laugh until they cry. The next day, an enormous envelope arrived at the police station. It was stuffed with thank you letters from the students at Knappville School. Every letter had a drawing of Gloria on it. Officer Buckle thought the drawing showed a lot of imagination. His favorite letter was written on a star-shaped piece of paper. It said, "You and Gloria make a good team. Your friend Claire. P.S. I always wear a crash helmet. Safety tip number 7. Officer Buckle was thumbtacking Claire's letter to his bulletin board when the phone started ringing. Grade schools, high schools, and daycare centers were calling about the safety speech. Officer Buckle, they said, our students want to hear your safety tips, and please bring along that police dog. Officer Buckle told his safety tips to 313 schools. Everywhere he and Gloria went, children sat up and listened. After every speech, Officer Buckle took Gloria out for ice cream. Officer Buckle loved having a buddy. Then one day, a television news team videotaped Officer Buckle in the State College auditorium. When he finished safety tip number 99, do not go swimming during electrical storms, the students jumped to their feet and applauded. Bravo, bravo, they cheered. Officer Buckle bowed again and again. That night, Officer Buckle watched himself on the 10 o'clock news. The next day, the principal of Knapville School telephoned the police station. Good morning, Officer Buckle. It's time for our safety speech. Officer Buckle frowned. I'm not giving any more speeches. Nobody looks at me anyway. Oh, said Mrs. Topple. Well, how about Gloria? Could she come? Someone else from the police station gave Gloria a ride to the school. Gloria sat on stage looking lonely, then she fell asleep. So did the audience. After Gloria left, Knapville School had its biggest accident ever. It started with a puddle of banana pudding. Splat, splatter, sploosh. Everyone slid smack into Mrs. Topple, who screamed and let go of her hammer. Oops, real quick question before we move on. Humor. Okay, so this is a humorous or funny story. So the genre is a humorous fiction. What happened when the people don't follow Officer Buckle's tips? How does the author make what happened seem funny? So you can go ahead and just think about those answers in your head. You can say them out loud. If you're next to somebody, you can tell them. The next morning, a pile of letters arrived at the police station. Every letter had a drawing of the accident. Officer Buckle was shocked. At the bottom of the pile was a note written on a paper star. Officer Buckle smiled. The note said, Gloria missed you yesterday. Your friend Claire. P.S. Don't worry, I was wearing my helmet. Safety tip number 7. Gloria gave Officer Buckle a big kiss on the nose. Officer Buckle gave Gloria a nice pat on the back. Then Officer Buckle thought of his best safety tip yet. Safety tip number 101. Always stick with your buddy. There they are. I think that's the last page. Yep. All right. Okay, friends. On Seesaw, there is a sheet, a cause and effect sheet, not based on this story. There is one that I will give you tomorrow that will be for this story, where we will analyze some of the events, the causes and effects that happened in the story. But for today, I want you to just practice with some basic cause and effect situations. So there is a sheet on Seesaw that you can pull up and do. And again, remember the cause is the event. So for example, if you go outside and it's raining outside, that's the cause. The effect of doing that is you will get wet. Or for example, If you got really busy and you forgot to eat lunch, that's the event, that's the cause. The effect would be that you're hungry. You're not feeling really great because you're hungry and you need some food, right? Okay, friends, so go ahead and work on that. There's some other seesaw activities. I will do a math video with you for later today, and then you can do that work as well. All right, see you later.